Hello everyone, and welcome to English 10. This is the spring semester of 2016, and this is the regular English 10 course at Jeffco Virtual. If you've not met me before, my name is Laura Long, and I have been working with Jeffco Virtual for a couple years now, and I am really excited to have you in class. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm sure you are ready for the break. I know that every teacher I talked to on Sunday was very much dreading going back, and you're probably in the same kind of position right now as you're in your first day back at school. I hope that the transition back is smooth, and the reality is once we all go back in the swing of things, we're going to be fine. But I hope you had a good break, very restful, some well-earned time off. So welcome to our class this semester. With this video, I would like to just share a little bit of information about myself for those of you who have not met me before. And then I would also just like to give you an overview of our class for the semester. So first, to introduce myself, you may know or may not know that I am a Colorado native, product of Jeffco schools. I went to Westgate, Carmody, and Bear Creek High School back in the days when Bear Creek was actually Bear Creek with the old building instead of the beautiful new building that some of you are probably enjoying now. I also went to University of Colorado Boulder, University of Colorado Denver, got my master's and bachelor's in the CU system. So very much entrenched in Colorado, but when I was in my 20s, I had the chance to travel overseas, and I taught for a couple of years on an island in Japan, learned a little bit of Japanese that I can mostly still speak now, and I spent a couple years living on a mountainside in Switzerland, got fairly decent at skiing. I can't do that so much anymore, but enjoyed some beautiful travel opportunities there. And throughout the 2 times, just traveling around the world became my passion. So anytime you're traveling, please let me know. I love hearing about travel plans, languages, countries, different things like that. So I also have had some teaching experience in Colorado, taught at Sheridan High School for a while, taught at Wheat Ridge High School for a while, and then most recently with Jeffco Virtual. I've taught ESL, I've taught English, and a little bit of social studies as well. So these are the light of my life and joy of my existence. These are my 4 children, 3 little boys and a little girl who thinks she runs the show, and what the heck, she does run the show. She has to deal with little people like this all the time. But they are the people that remind me in all of this craziness what it means to be a student, because they come home with homework and we go through the whole routine of I don't know what to do, what am I supposed to do, I don't get these instructions, I don't understand, I need more practice. And they remind me of the other side of teaching. So I'm very grateful for them both personally and professionally. Hopefully they make me a better teacher in the process. A little bit about my free time. I enjoy playing piano, and I used to write some of my own music. Lately I've been enjoying playing duets with my son who plays violin, guitar, and piano himself. He's been teaching himself. It's kind of exciting to see. So if you're musical, let me know about that. I'm always interested in that. I enjoy the creative artsy side. I make creative birthday cakes for my kids. And despite the popularity of Star Wars, I'm still a Star Trek geek. I haven't seen the new movie though, so I don't know. Star Wars is pretty awesome. Enjoy being in Colorado, and I enjoy gardening. I've done some gardening on balconies before for what that's worth. And I enjoy learning about things politically and globally in our world. It's become a very interesting world, should I say. Let me just leave it at that. A couple of quotes that I really like that I wanted to share with you. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Definitely a challenge to me, hopefully to you too, because that's always what we're facing. And another one that I like as a teacher, the more you read, the more that you know, the more things you'll know, the more that you learn, the more places you'll go. And I believe that more than learning grammar and punctuation in our class, that you will learn ideas and information and how to learn to take you places in your life. So let's take a look at the course. This is a 4-unit course, 4 units that include the inquiry report, one on the power of patterns. Unit 7 is on words to meaning, and Unit 8 will end the year with short fiction or short stories. So Unit 5 first, on the inquiry report. This is really a good follow-up for the debate that you did, the research-based debate that you did at the end of first semester. It has a little bit of a different focus, though. In your history class, you've probably learned about muckrakers at the end of the 19th century, beginning of the 20th century, people who were trying to find the social ills and stir up some information about those, get people aware of them so that we could correct them. Things like the Food and Drug Act that came out of the horrific conditions of the meatpacking industry. That was the result of some journalism, some writing by muckrakers. In our current times, we refer to whistleblowers, people that blow the whistle on unethical practices. And in its purest form, this is journalism that is aimed at correcting social ills. But it's also really about asking questions to find out about a topic. In debate, you took a position on it. I agree with this, I don't agree with this. Whereas with inquiry, you're asking questions to find out the truth. Think of yourself as a journalist, and we'll be spending about a month on this, using databases, also perfecting interviews, research, MLA. After that, we will go on to Unit 6, The Power of Patterns, and you will have an opportunity to pick a Steinbeck book, one of 2 or 3 choices that you'll have. And most of the Steinbeck books were written about people in California or the Pacific Coast. And Steinbeck definitely has some literary patterns that show influence of his life. So we'll be looking at literary analysis, author's background, and motifs, those recurring images or ideas or symbols in a piece of literature. After that, in Unit 7, we will be looking at the play A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry. And this play is written about an African-American family in the 1950s. And it talks about what it means to have a dream and to pursue that dream. And then it really asks the question, does the American dream still exist? Certainly the world has changed. Certainly America has changed. But if we have a dream, how do we manage that? Can we still achieve it? And then we will end the year with a unit on short stories, short fiction. And we will read several short stories as a writer. Read those stories to analyze the craft. And then you'll be writing your own original short story. And I know some of you are amazingly creative and will really eat up this unit. So I'm kind of excited that we get to end the year with it. So let's go ahead and get started. We have 3 days this week. It's always good to come back on a short week. And in this week, I want to handle some businessy things. In this session of our materials, you will find an assignment that involves contact information, filling out a survey for me, and Remind 101. You're going to get your computer set up with Google and Schoology. You're going to review the syllabus with a couple of tweaks and changes in there. And then you'll do your first journal entry with a kind of get-to-know-you focus. And then we'll have finally an initial discussion board where you can get to know some of the new students in our class. And then next week, we will have a 5-day week and dive into Unit 5 on inquiry. So that's where we're going. Glad you're back with us, and welcome to our class.